Alrighty, so today we're going to be reviewing and analyzing a game, a rec hit game around 4.0 to 4.5 level. This is myself, my buddy Yakov, Kevin on the left here, and then we have Anthony, our buddy Anthony on the right. So these guys are pretty strong. They're out in the West. So the way they've invited us out, so the West has a lot of good players. The East, whenever we can, like me and Kevin are out from the East, so whenever we can get invited out to these, we try our best to make it out. So we're gonna make the most of it. We're gonna do a little review and see how we do. All right, so Yakov and I strategizing a little bit before our game starts. And we start off with failed drop. And I'll say, nerves are a little high. Never played Anthony before, so I was kind of curious to see what he's got. Kevin as well. Young guys, nerves. Good get by Kevin, good get by Anthony. Kev's a little back. I'd say Kevin could have stayed a little bit up on the line there with Anthony here. Yeah, we'll play this back. So he makes a good get, right? And he backs up. So if you actually look here, they are not on a straight line together. And you know what? That's not that bad because Kevin's kind of getting back so he can set himself up for a nice shot, which he does well. He just doesn't get the drop off. You know what? That's fine. I'm okay with that. Alright, we've got I believe this was our warm-up game, so may have a slew of errors here. Oh, good lead by Anthony there. Good eye. He's not lying, I would have hit that. Okay, come up. Attacks. Good defense by Anthony. That was a good block. He just, if you go back here. Right, when we go back. It was just a little too high. That was it. That was the problem there. Just a little too high. Didn't come back up to the line fully to hold his line, and we caught him on his outside foot. Alright, good block on my part. Alrighty. I love the game. I love starting off with a bunch of errors. We're still at 0-0 here. Oh man, I can't seem to get that drop off. See, my paddle face needs to be down more. See, I carry that habit over from tennis, and I'm too horizontal with the, too parallel with the floor. Swinging from my side area, I need to be coming down. Oh man, I went for the same shot. I just gotta drop that ball. I gotta remind myself while I'm playing just to drop it. There we go, finally. Get 1 point off an error. I'll take. Decent drop. Nice attack. Net cord shot. Apologize, but we'll take it. Should really be coming off that drive. See here, off of my return. Okay. I have a nice third, right? It's kind of a driving crash, so Yakov was able to come up here to cut off that angle off of my drive. But I should be slowly at this point, not even slowly, I can get to the kitchen in like 2 or 3 steps. I should be moving up there instead of staying back, kind of spectating. All right, that's quite nice. Let's analyze that point again here. And we have a return. Yakov has a nice drip right down the middle. Kevin does well at keeping us slightly back, but we drop again, enough to get us up. Yeah, and Lisa will pop up, and we're there. Good return on Anthony's part there, keeping me deep. There, I need to, how did I miss that shot? Let's see. Okay. Wide drop, great spot. So that's a great placement. That's great placement there. So if you guys are ever thinking in your rec games or having a hard time finding some points, your third shot, if you can aim within these areas of the court, corners of the kitchen, especially on the player that's approaching, which is me here. I was approaching the kitchen line, right? Or I was coming up, I was moving up. That is a great shot because it keeps me back, but also it gives me the illusion that I can hit this ball on the move, right? And my goal coming up is I want to get into a neutral position. Like, I don't like being so off center from the baseline here, or from the kitchen line. Like, I ideally want to be right there in a neutral ready stance. I want to hit back a neutral dink, so I want to just be getting it right in this area, ideally. I could have gone up front too. I could have gone in here. This wouldn't have been too bad of a spot either. But because it was such a nice shot, I was thinking, oh, I can try and repeat the same angle that Kevin just gave me and give it back just in that corner there. That's where I was aiming for, which is not a bad idea, honestly. It's not. That would actually allow me to come back up here and stand in my neutral position at the kitchen, but I just hit a little wide. That's fine. A little mishit on the return there from Yakov, which is fine. Kevin aiming for my backhand, I give him a slice. Great drop. Oh, what a get from Anthony. Now we're battling up at the kitchen here. I popped up. I popped up way too much. That was no good. You don't like that. Oh my gosh, I was seeing yard there. Holy. Turn. Shallow return. Just work on getting that deeper. Good move. Kevin's always good at those counters. Yakov hasn't played Kevin much, but Kevin has his ability to counter every speed up at the kitchen is definitely one of his strengths. That's, you know what, that's something I should have communicated with Yakov. But I'm sure he's a good enough player. I'm sure he figured that out, but we do need to communicate a bit more. That was nice. Oh no, that was on our side out, so currently 4-5. Great drop, third down the middle. Oh, what a get from Kevin there. I thought we were gonna get lucky with a net court winner. That's a good get. Yeah, 5-4, I believe. Anthony, I could tell right away. I did ask him after this game, but he's definitely a tennis player. He had tremendous drives. His drives were insanely fast. I would say his kitchen game wasn't as strong, only because it's not that like he wasn't making good contact with the ball. Like he was actually hitting every ball back at the kitchen. It was more so he wasn't resetting often, so he was actually allowing us to attack and speed up and get back into the point. He wasn't more so like setting up at the kitchen. He was more reacting, and I find that quite common with tennis players when they start with pickleball, or you know, a year into pickleball. Like they're still understanding the nuances of the game, and that kitchen, man, that kitchen is hard to figure out, especially in the first year. Like I'm still figuring it out. Like I have a tendency, yes, to speed up on balls that I shouldn't. It's not bad. Good defense. Oh wow, I almost got that back. Too bad. I'd say there I should have backed up. We were playing too shallow into the kitchen when they were attacking. Our defensive positioning wasn't behind the baseline. It was really in the zone of death. I call this area here in pickleball the zone of death. If you're stuck there, really hard to get back in. That's a good drip on my part. So here I would say this shot, I get asked by a lot of students how I hit this shot. And this is why I love reviewing videos, because a lot of the times like you don't actually know how you're hitting your shots until you're analyzing it. And what I do well is I keep my paddle face down. Again, being a tennis player, okay, so we're gonna go back here. Yeah, you can see my, okay, yeah, that's perfect. We'll go to 749 here. Yeah, see how my paddle face is facing down towards the actual court? So that allows me to really brush and get under the ball. Whenever I have my paddle face to the side, like this, which I like to have a tendency to do, I can't get a good enough roll on that ball, or honestly, I can't get a good enough height on that ball where it actually can roll and go drip and go over like right into the kitchen player's feet area, or at their knees here. When my paddle face is horizontal, so having it down was good. Solid. Nice. Some good aggression there. We've been playing quite passive. Had to kind of build momentum up in some way. Just out. Nice. Great crash on Yakov's part there. Went on a good run. We started at 4-5 on this side out. 4 points so far. I like that. Oh. Just missed. Just missed. But that was great, going right through the middle. Oh, nice pop. Right on the left, on his right shoulder there. a good return on Anthony's part. Put a lot of spin on that. Nice try, there you go. Aha! Tried getting low. Tried sneaking up to the kitchen there. I think I approached too quickly. All my momentum was going forward. I didn't have a chance to split step. Oh, I got so lucky on that ball. Wow. I mean, like, I'd like to think that I'd be ready on defense, but that was a gimme for sure. Big cat. High. Good block. Trying to reset to get us in. Covering Yakov there. Wow. That was really good. That was great partner protect. So as Yakov went outside, he went wide of the court. I covered his line essentially. I kind of played exactly where he was. Good job here to reset the ball. Wow. They caught me on my outside foot. Man, if I wasn't just so jumpy there, I just stayed planted. Nice drive. I'll take it. You know what? Ideally, you don't want to be going at the player that's standing at the kitchen. That's like Pickleball 101. But I like to test my opponent to see how well they can accept my drives. Like that's a good rule of thumb, a good guideline to have when you're playing your games, but doesn't always have to be implemented. Like, you can always test to see if one player is not as good as taking your drive as the other at the kitchen line. And here, that's essentially what I was doing. Doing a good job. I was doing a good job at keeping Kevin back, kind of on the defense. Just missed that wide. Got a game, boys. We got a game. I'll take that. Minor error on Kevin's part there. I think he should have reset instead of trying to drive from transition. Or he can do that, he just needs to plant his feet. And we went off of a return error there. Well, good game analysis. There are things that I noted, things that I took back. Things that I took out of that video was to honestly try and stay in a neutral position. Try to get to the neutral position in the kitchen line. So what I noticed was I was kind of off center quite a bit, unbalanced, kind of out of balance at the kitchen, and you know, it worked for me there. But against like some like 5-0s, I think that they would definitely expose the fact that I'm very jumpy and kind of all over the place at the kitchen. So that's something that I took note of for my game here. And yeah, thanks for watching.